Hi, Pastor David Grisham here with Last Frontier Evangelism, and today we're at one of the parks, and we're standing on a what they call a hiking trail and biking trail, but it's actually more like a road. It is very broad and wide, and it's got asphalt on it. It's very easy to walk on, and it's very easy to pedal your bike on or walk your dog on. And this is the way the world is. And when the Bible talks about in Matthew 7, Jesus talks about Matthew 7, he talks about the broad road versus the narrow path. The broad road is a road that has been trampled down over centuries by many people that have gone before you and before me. Before our lifetimes came around, there were many millions of people who lived before us, and they were trampling this same road. It's a very easy road. It's very gentle, sloping. There's not a lot of hills on it. It's not difficult. It's actually easy to walk on. And this is the very nature of the deception of the devil. When he wants you to walk on a very easy path that leads to your destruction, because he doesn't want you to get off the path. He wants to encourage you to stay on the broad road so that you end up going to your own destruction. He doesn't want you to get off on that narrow path. But this path is deceptive in that it's easy. It's broad, it's hard, and it's very easy to go on. That's not the path you need to be on. Let me show you the path you need to be on. Over here, let's say a person is walking on the road of the world, the broad road, and he comes to a decision, the side of the road here, just the little off the beaten path, you might say, and he's trying to make a decision about Christ. He's going to make a decision. He's going to get back on the road of the world. He's going to get on the narrow path. And he decides to come on the narrow path. And here's kind of what the narrow path looks like. The narrow path is much narrower, and it's more rugged. It's probably more hilly, and it's more difficult. And why is it narrower? Because it's only been tread down by one person. It was blazed by one person, and his name is Jesus Christ. He said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one comes to the Father but by me," John 14:6. And this is the way, the narrow path that leads to Christ. And it's not paved, it's not easy, oftentimes it's not even that well marked, because you see the broad road, there are many who go by it. So it's trampled down a lot, and you can follow lots of other people on it. But Jesus said the narrow path is difficult, and there are few who find it. So you don't find a lot of people on this path. You see everybody else going on the one up here, but you don't see anyone on this one. This is the path with God. It's narrow, it's difficult, but here's where it leads. Follow me. You come down the narrow path, and God makes you a promise that it will lead you to the living waters of Jesus Christ, and then you will become like a tree planted by the waters. And you will not have to worry. You will never thirst, and you will never have to worry about being sustained like the people of the world do. They're going to fight and scrap and fight amongst each other and war with each other over every little thing, because they're only interested in the carnal things of the world. But when you are planted by the living waters of Jesus Christ, and you become a tree planted by those waters, your roots go down and you're constantly fed by God. And then you'll become a good tree that produces that good fruit that Jesus talked about. The trees that are on that road up there, they're the bad trees that produce bad fruit because they're on a bad road. They're on the road to hell. They're doing nothing but leading each other to hell, leading themselves to hell. They're influencing others to do evil as they're doing evil themselves. But people that are on the narrow path, they are headed a different direction. They are going to a different place. And while it's hard now, they're going to enter into a rest. Those that are on that easy path, God's going to say, "You've had your reward. You had all these things in life. I gave you life, and I offered you life more abundantly through Jesus Christ, but you took the easy way. And that's your reward. So now you're going to suffer in hell." But those that are willing to suffer as Christ suffered in the world on the narrow path that is difficult and it's not easy, they will enter into God's rest, and they will receive the same reward that Jesus Christ did. They will sit at the right hand of the Father with Christ, and they will rule and reign with Christ. And that will be the reward. So you can have the narrow path now and the great rewards later, which far outweigh anything in the world. Or you can go back onto that hard paved path, that broad road that leads to destruction of the world. That's your choice. I suggest that you choose wisely. If you want to help people make this choice, if you want to help convince them to get off that broad road that leads to destruction and get on this narrow little path that leads through the wilderness of sin, if you want to help them do that, if you want to help them get off that broad road, then you contact us, lastfrontierevangelism@gmail.com. My phone number is 806-382-3121. You can call me personally, or you can find us on Facebook, and we've got a website coming soon. Do you know Jesus? I know Jesus. Let's talk about Jesus again. Talk to you guys later. Love you all.